I am coaching now. Yo, what's up, HAMIES? This is episode 10 coming to you live from my PlayStation 3. It's your boy, Coach Smeta. This week, we play Houston. It's another Texas rivalry. We're going to start this one off. First of all, go like, sub, comment, share, do all that, even if you got a pause to do it. But we're going to take a look around the country at some statistical leaders, some team statistical leaders, just kind of give you a feel for what's going on around the country. We're not the only team playing football right now. We're the only team that matters. Believe that. But there's some other people doing stuff out there. We don't lead the country in everything. We offensively, I believe we're moving up the charts. We may be top 2 or 3 per game at this point. Since going back to Bean over Ncaa at quarterback, the offense is just much more explosive. Those 3-yard plays have turned into 8 10-yard plays. Those 8 10-yard plays have turned into 20 25-yard plays, and so on, so forth. Defense is of course struggling in the passing game, and a lot of that has to do with we're in the lead a lot. And so when that's the case, your opponent, they're trying to pass the ball to get back. Tip for you guys, because I want to not only entertain, but I also want to educate. I couldn't think of the word. Everybody I see who actually plays their games, like me, I play every game, I play every down. You're gonna find that your rush defense is usually okay, pretty good, depending on your talent level and who you're playing against. And your pass D is always gonna be close to that regrettable number 119. So one thing I personally do is I pass commit, and I play predominantly pass defenses, kind of baiting the opposing team into running the ball. A lot of times we get in the habit of run blitzing or trying to get somebody to shoot through the gap to defend the pass, and we're taking a guy to pass coverage instead of saying, okay, we're going to defend the pass and kind of try to force you to run the ball. And that'll help with your defensive pass numbers. I mean, the game is still tailored for passing. It's high score entertainment, and it just is what it is, man. You got to deal how you got to deal. But that little tip, that'll help you. Pass committing, keying on a receiver, getting some kind of hands on the speed guys. You always want to either a blue flat or a man coverage, in bump. You want to get your hands on a fast guy. Don't let him go down the field just untouched, because that's when a 4-4 or 4-3 guy can really be a 4-4 4-3 guy. So like I said, we got Houston this week. Couple visits coming in. Taking a look at some of their best players. It's nobody on their team scares us. They have a receiver. I believe his name is Singleton, maybe not Stevenson. Singleton, maybe. He's pretty quick. But they came out on their first drive and basically nickeled and dimed us, man. I didn't show you any of the plays because it was all 8-yard passes, 7-yard passes. Not a lot going on. Shorter. He's going to have a couple of highlights here. Just kind of back to back to back. This man came out playing football. Like right here, we catch just a corner not being aware of his surroundings. Shorter, I remember in the first season, especially, Shorter was a guy we could go deep with, and he'd win that matchup a lot. But we kind of went away from it because our offense just, that wasn't our offense. But lately we've gone back to taking deep shots and really getting our receivers going, outside of Hudson Henry, who has just been a matchup issue in the middle of the field. Here again, man, we're going to take another shot. They kept giving us this look. What? Yo, man. Yo. This is when you know the football gods are on your side, man. So first of all, they tip it, right? They have a player there. It's just one of us. They have like another guy there and another 2 on the way. We won. So we obviously, you know the rule. If you drop a pick, man, we score the next play. Here we're back on defense. This is where I'm talking about. You got to get a hand on the fast guys. Because I have a safety on the other side of the field. He's too close to the line of scrimmage, and we get no hands on this Singleton kid. And he's just gone. Look, the guy is flying. So that'll be the only time this game you see that, because we definitely adjust. They, however, did not. They got caught doing the same thing we just did. You cannot let a sub 4.5 guy fly down the field, because then they become a sub 4.5 guy. You know. And Goss, I think he was a 4.4, maybe 4.39 guy. So here, Bush is in position. We don't get credit for the swat there, but I mean, that was a swat. That was a good play. Just being in position. I like the screen look, except sometimes you got to count the numbers and see where the potential flat defender can come from. And here we just, man, gave up the cheeks. Oh man, that's gross. Because the defense, we finally started playing better. You know, we're getting stops. We're forcing them to do what we want them to do, and then the offense gives them points. That's just, But here our run game really gets going, which then opens up the pass game. Kind of forces them to play man. You can't do that versus us, especially if you're Houston. You know, big boys can do that. Houston, you can't man us up. You cannot man us up. We've got dudes. I do not go away from the screen. I come right back to it. This is another drive later. This time I get the look I want. I get the numbers I want. So if you're a guy who likes running the screen, the way I run it is I immediately cancel the play action on it and throw the ball. That way my receiver is still either blocking or is just barely getting the block shed by the defensive player. If you wait too long, the defensive player, he'll shed it and possibly pick it off. Once again, this time it's not Shorter, it's White. They're not helping that safety over there. Like that time they got a reroute, but White's one of my release guys. He's one of those guys who, you know, he gets off the line pretty easy here. I didn't want to play man because I didn't think we could run with them, but it ends up working because I mix it in there, and we basically go to our 4-minute offense with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. And the run game just really starts paying off for us. Like we're gashing them this entire drive. It was 7-8 yard runs. We're running inside zone. We're running zone read. We're running triple option. We're running traps. We're running counters. And it's just constant. I think we mixed in another screen, wide receiver screen. But they were just off balance the entire drive. This would have been the play of the game for us, but it probably turned into the play of the game for them. Yo, watch your boys' lurk skills. All right, so I'm thinking 6. Yo, that's a lineman right there. Good D, Devin Bush. That was great defense by Mr. Bush right there. I had to watch this again, bro. Look at me. Clay's thinking, yo, I'm sealing the Thorpe right now. And now Bush is like, not if I got anything to say about it. They had this, I don't know if he's a receiver or if he's a running back. I don't know what happened. Braden Willis ended up in the backfield, and he scored a couple times for them. But it is what it is, man. So we went 3 and out, and they got the ball back, and again, they're just nickel and dominance. And then once again, they hand the ball to what I think is a receiver. I don't know what formations they're in, bro. Or if they even have running backs, but all of their rushing touchdowns were receivers. So at this point, we've been in our 4-minute offense for like a whole quarter now. And the rest of this game, I mean, essentially, we're just gashing them. You know, we're getting yards. We're getting to 3rd and shorts, taking the clock with us. Here, yeah, okay, we get the first down here. And then they eventually stop us, so we settle for a field goal. end up kicking the ball to them. They have a chance, but nothing much comes of it. Over 80 points scored, almost 90, man. It was 87, almost 90 points of offense in this game, man. Which really isn't my style per se. I'm more of a defensive guy, but when you are as good as I am, which I am very good at this game. Like I said, I was always a top 50 ranked guy online. Not one of those IP booters, none of that. It made no sense to me to even, like, why would I care enough to IP boot you? I'm just gonna beat you. But yeah, I've always been a defensive guy. But the offensive side, I just understand football so much. Plus, I understand how this game works. And so, offensively, I can move the ball. I can be safe. I can take shots when they're there. But I'm more of a defensive guy. So this kind of game always kind of makes me go back, sit back, and think, okay, what did I do wrong? And sometimes you just look at it and you're like, there wasn't much more I could do. I felt like we played well. They executed. Sometimes you gotta tip your hat. Other than that, man, we're looking really good. I think this might be a year. We'll see. I don't think we'll get to a BCS championship game, but I think we're definitely going to be in a BCS bowl. As long as we can keep winning, we got to avoid the end of the year upset. And so, man, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, leave a like, leave a sub to the channel. Those always help. I want to blow this channel up. We got to get to 100 subs before we can get to 1 million. So that's how we're doing it. Thank you guys for watching. GG's in the chat. Look at me. I am coaching now.